Recording. Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. With me is Giovanni Agramonte. He's a solutions advocate and serial optimist who's committed to the practices of self-awareness, empowerment, and motivation through mindset, calibration, and reset. I'm extremely excited to be able to share his story with you today and cannot wait for this conversation to unfold. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, Giovanni.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Excellent. You know, is there anything else you'd like me to add to that introduction?
Well, maybe my regular everyday situation is I'm a professional AV service provider. That's what I do. That's actually my bread and butter. And then I do life coaching, and that's more like my moonlighting side of my lifestyle.
Nice. You know, what was life like, before you got into coaching? I remember you were telling me a pretty interesting story, and you've been doing it for a while. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you got into it?
Well, I think I've been a life coach as far as back as I can remember. And I say this because I probably started life coaching when I was 13. I've been cutting hair I used to be a barber, and I actually lived in an urban environment. And in that environment, I had clients that had stressful and challenging lives. We all did. It was kind of, a little bit of an impoverished situation. And one of the things that happened is I became very popular with people traveling long distances to come get this haircut. I did it for many years, and, I was like, I'm not the best barber. Like, what is it? So with time, I eventually found out that what happened is whenever I gave people a haircut, I also spoke with them. And I was an easy vehicle for them to unpack challenges that they had. So whatever they were going through that was stressful, they were able to unpack that with me, and they felt confident that it was going to a source that wasn't going to, talk about their affairs. And I would actually help them find solutions, which is why I said I'm a solutions advocate, because any problems people had, I always found like an easy direction for them to go that would actually help them out.
Can you talk about, being a trusted advisor, solutions provider? What is it that, some people who might be struggling to get people either open up on their coaching sessions or, struggles with discovery calls? Can you talk about what it means to have someone trust you?
Well, first of all, the first thing I do whenever I connect with anybody, to me, I let them know that it's a privilege to be in that position where they're actually trusting me with information that's personal to them. And I'm a person that I respect NDAs, basically non-disclosure agreements. I respect keeping things private. I mean, even with my wife, when people share stuff with me, if someone has something personal, I don't share that with her because that's personal to that person. She does the same. It's just something that we have, unless it's a situation where the person has allowed me authority to disclose information, then I would speak it forward. But I tend to just take people's information, store it in a vault, and understand that that's precious to them. If I speak forward what people are sharing with me, which is personal to them, I'm doing them a disservice, and it actually wouldn't be beneficial to me as the keeper of information. So from the gate, when we communicate, that's something that I let be known and understood from the beginning. It's a privilege to be in the position where a person is sharing their me to be in the position where a person would actually share their personal private information.
Okay. Excellent. So nowadays, 13's a pretty young age. You must have been really good at barbering back then. But what problems are people trying to solve when they come to you today?
So I've had this gift for a long time that whenever I meet someone, they open up. And the reason they open up is because, first of all, I love people. That's my number one thing. I've always loved humanity. I just love people, even in the most challenging situations. So I do believe that when I connect with a person, they sense that I'm genuine and that my connection with them my connection with them is purely for me to hear them out and me to see how I can help them out. And like I was telling a colleague a few days ago, one of the things that people in my position need to do, we all have challenges. Every single person, we have our challenges. But when you communicate and connect with a person, you have to make sure that you're focused on them. And by focusing on them, you actually disengage from your own challenges for that moment. And when you disengage from your own challenges for that moment, you're actually healing and repairing yourself without even knowing. And then by giving energy to this person and helping them find solutions and engaging with them, what happens is that's how I contribute to the world. If I help this person become better, I'm now contributing to the world. Since we're all connected, I'm actually helping myself. And that's how I approach every situation from the beginning.
Wow. Was your outlook always like that, or at what point did you develop this cool outlook on life?
So what happened to me is that my mom, she came from Dominican Republic. She never learned English. Everything was Spanish. I grew up in a Spanish household. My mom was a person that cared about people. Both of my parents, just to give you a little background, they both transitioned back in 2000. They passed away. So I know that my communication with my mom for many years coming up, just seeing how she communicated with people, I learned from her pretty much how to connect with people, how to appreciate people. And I think that with time and throughout the years, it's just something I slowly developed. Even when I was doing mischievous things, there was a conscious side of me that was mindful of, if something goes wrong, you're going to embarrass your mother. So there was a part of me that always spoke and kept me sort of in line. So my development in this direction is just something that happened over time. And then just being positive. I've been into physics, quantum physics. I've been into Buddhism. I was Christian, Catholic. I've been into all sorts of religions, all sorts of things, and probing into science, biology. Like, I'm just a person that has navigated and searched and looked in so many different places that I picked, and everything that was positive and good is what I kept. So I can't really tell you there's like one formula to how I became, but I know that my mother has a lot to do with it.
Just kind of switching gears and kind of winding down, what is the vision for your life or for any time in the future?
The vision for my life is to just continue to give to the world, continue to help people. Like, that's it. I mean, you're not going to take any material with you and your actions, the things that you do, the only thing you could actually leave behind is the influence that you have on other human beings. It's kind of like hieroglyphics. We don't know who drafted, that painting, but it's actually still there, and we're learning something from it. We can't fully decipher it, but it's there. So that's it, man. It's just helping people, whether it's in life coaching, whether it's in my AV career, it doesn't matter. It's just helping people and helping people communicate better with one another too. That's really key, because a lot of us, we're driven by feelings and emotions, which is all natural. It's beautiful that we were designed like that. But a lot of people don't know how to compartmentalize things that they're feeling, things that they're thinking, and then they run into trouble. So as long as I could be like a vitamin to the world, that's what I'm here to be, man. And that's it.
Mm. You know, that not being able to compartmentalize, can you, how important is that, you know, right now, especially, you know, as people are either still in quarantine or they're coming out of quarantine? How important is it to be able to kind of compartmentalize your emotions and different things?
Oof. Well, the compartmentalization of emotions is very important because what you could be feeling may not be because of what's happening at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
It could be because of what happened yesterday, yesteryear. And these things, they live with us. So these things trigger behaviors. So in learning how to compartmentalize your emotion, you could actually navigate through society a little bit better if you learn to master that. Because what I tell folks is things that you are thinking about, they're not real. You are the producer of your reality, your thoughts, what you're thinking. You're producing your reality. You produce your issues.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, you can simplify your life and have a good life. It doesn't have to be as complicated as people make it. So if you learn how to master, okay, this behavior, this that I'm feeling has nothing to do with this situation right here. Let me put that to the side. Now you could continue to engage and not mess up a potentially good situation.
Mm-hmm.
So compartmentalization is key in anything that we do as human beings. Mm-hmm. If we are looking for progression and to grow within society.
Okay. You know, what does success mean to you?
Waking up in the morning.
Interesting. That's really good. So you have a lot of success then.
Every day when I rise, I was already successful because I could have been 6 feet under, you know? So rising up in the morning is success, period. You know why? Because I have the full day to do things. Yeah. And the fact that we're able to walk, the fact that you and I are able to communicate, hear each other, see each other, that's a privilege. Mm-hmm. There's people that don't have that ability. There's people that are in situations that are, you know, that are unfortunate. Mm-hmm. And we get so caught up in mundane little nothings when we should just be thankful that we woke up in the morning, that the universe said, you know what, you could be here one more day.
Mm. Yeah. You know, where can people either go to learn more about you? Where can they go to connect with you?
Well, people could go to facebook.com and the initials PWRMVS, which is Power Moves without the vowels. They could find me there, or they could email me at Giovanni, that's Giovanni, at mindfulsolutions.onl. They could email me there. They could find me on Facebook, and we could engage.
Excellent. You know, thank you so much for coming on and really helping us out today, and really, you know, very, very thankful for some of the tips that you were able to provide today.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah. You know, because not too many people have that outlook to where they want to be a vitamin and where they want to be able to make the world a better place. So I'm very glad that, you know, I met you and that you're able to kind of help us out and share some of that wisdom today.
I mean, think about it. What else do we have? Yeah. You were already blessed to be here. Mm-hmm. What else do you have? What are you going to leave behind? But the memories that you create with the people that are left behind. Yeah. That's it.
Exactly. And for those watching, if you would like to be around a community of people who are, you know, improving themselves and helping others do the same every single day, I recommend you go check out our free community. There's going to be a link either above or below this video, depending on where you're seeing it. Now, inside this community, it's basically a mastermind. People come together and uplift each other every single day. So if that is what you have been searching for and what you're longing for, go ahead and click on the link either above or below the video. We cannot wait to see you inside the community and interact with you. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed creating it. feel free to hit that share button so other people can get some great value as well. Have a great day. Talk to you soon, and we'll see you later. And we're done recording in 3 and 2 and 1.